These are my angel wings. Absolutely love them. My name's Sitara Faye. I'm going to join you today with some really epic card readings. So if you look back at my old videos like 7 years ago, you'll see that I have a ton of card readings here, probably over 150 that are 3-card readings. So I'm excited to be bringing these back. I was sitting here today thinking, what am I going to do? How are we going to connect today? What's going to come up? Because it's the eclipse, right? There's like a lot of energy happening in the world. So I wanted to just keep it really simple, really fun, really easy, and just dive into what is available here for us and for you. So with that, just going to give these a shuffle. I had all the major arcana for some reason pulled out to the front when I pulled this deck out. It's been a while since I have used it, so I am just giving it a really good shuffle. We're using one of my absolute faves from before, the Archangel Power Tarot deck. My dog got to it a little bit. Keeping it real here for you. All right, so my sweet loves, let's go ahead, set that intention. Get really clear on what it is that you are interested in having clarity on for and with yourself. So what is it that you would like to see? What kind of clarity would you like? Ask the eclipse energies to be supportive to you. So eclipses come in pairs. Right now we're having an eclipse today. And so for the next 2 weeks, we'll be in a window. We'll be in an eclipse window. It absolutely magnifies everything. So be aware of your thoughts. Right now is a really beautiful time to start acting with precision, to get really clear with how you're showing up in the world, who you want to be, what your relationship with numero uno, yourself, is. How do you want to show up for yourself? What is that looking like for you lately? All right, so got these shuffled. I'm going to show you a real quick, easy way to clear the deck. You hold them in your receiving hand and you go ahead and just knock on them. Always makes me yawn. When you have a deck that has a lot of energy on it, or has been used in a lot of readings, or hasn't been cleared out, there's a lot in this one, obviously. For me, the yawning is the release of the energy. There we go. Beautiful. Three times is the charm. So you just want to clear the deck out. So now we're resetting the energy for the deck. The deck is now ready for me to connect with you. You've been here setting your intention, getting clear on what it is that you would like to receive through this connection today. I would highly recommend grabbing a journal and pen and paper and just write down whatever comes to you as you listen to this. Let yourself take notes, not necessarily on what I'm saying, but what's coming up for you. So I'm just going to keep shuffling. The way they do that, I'll just kind of hold it up. Oh, there we go. We got 2 cards that come out. I like to read the jumpers. Some people don't read jumpers. For me, the jumpers are the ones that like really show, okay, we got 2 more that want to come out. So we're going to do a 4-card reading instead of 3. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the prayer. As we call in divine truth and love into the sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for each and every viewer, replayer, and myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. All right, beautiful. So the 2 cards that jumped out, we have the 5 of Michael. This one is very clear. It says the situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome and consider taking a more uplifting approach. So what is it that's in your life that you know is not serving you and you're trying to like shape or mold it into something that you could potentially like keep in your life, even though you know it's not for you, even though you know it's not good for you, even though you're like ignoring the signs that it's just not a pathway that is good for you. what's going to happen is you're just going to get bigger and bigger signs until it turns into an alarm that it is not good for you. So, eclipse energies have a lot to do with shifting the energy out of your life, really creating a shift and change that supports the evolution of your consciousness, supports the evolution of your ascension. So, what that means is that the universe, life, energy, however you want to see it, is going to bring to you circumstances that are going to teach you in certain ways how to evolve, how to be more clear in your communication, how to be more precise in your thoughts, how to be more clear in your intentions of what it is that you're calling in. What is it that is going to bring you into the next level of your evolution, and be precise in it that you are calling in circumstances that are supporting your growth through the evolution of joy, because you do not have to grow through these like pain and horrible experiences unless you believe that that's true. You can shortcut these experiences so that they don't have to get to like worst case scenario, and they will continue to get to worst case scenario until you choose to stop it. So it's up to you. That card used to trigger the heck out of me. It's up to you. The driver's, like the steering wheel is in your hands. You get to choose when you release yourself from a circumstance if you know it isn't serving you. Sometimes the walking away is what serves you, is what serves your greatest purpose, is what helps you to learn that there is benefit and beauty in walking away at early signs, not waiting to see what happens. Love the pair of these cards. Then we also have the Queen of Gabriel. It says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. I'm going to read that again. Hold your heart. Hold your heart on this one as I read this card. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. You see how these cards work so beautifully together? It's let go of what isn't serving you. Get rid of the fluff, get rid of the baggage, get rid of the densities. Change your behavior, change your patterns so that you can step into the new mind, you can step into the new era, you can step into the newness of who it is that you are creating. You have to be willing to let go of what has not been serving you as you evolve. With that, you can do anything. It's like the pathway is clear, the pathway is open. It's up to you not to sabotage it, really. And I'm speaking from experience here. I'm not on a soapbox. I have definitely sabotaged opportunities that were available to me because on some level, some subconscious level, I didn't believe that I was worthy, or I didn't believe that I was ready. You know, there's so much in this for us. There's so much in this for us. I personally really love this card because I'm curating a summit, and I've been reaching out to some of my favorites, some of my favorite people that I follow on social media that I admire so much, and they're saying yes. I fangirled super hard yesterday. It was lovely. It was great. So I loving this card. All right, then we have the 10 of Raphael. This is one of my favorite images in this deck. Chivalry is not dead, okay? Let's have more picnics. Let's call in more picnics this spring, this summer. Let's just call in more picnics. How about that? How about that? Manifestation, planting seeds. Shoop. Beautiful. More picnics for everybody. All right. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. Let's feel into what that means to you. Feel into what this card is sharing with you. There's a message that's coming in really clear that has to do with what your role has been, like how you respond in relationships. And are you stirring the pot? Are you the one that's engaging in the dynamic that isn't serving you? Taking responsibility for how you are participating with your family as well, rather than putting all of the blame in them or what they did or didn't do when you were younger or this, that, or the other, holding on to these old stories that, again, are not serving you. So if you give yourself the opportunity to be able to release them and let them go in a really beautiful and harmonious way, you'll be able to see the foresight for yourself that comes through in your changed behavior, your changed experience, and your changed interactions. It will start to shift the dynamics of those closest to you in a way that you'll start to see that if you have the power and the ability to change those relationships with those closest to you by the way that you are showing up, then you will be able to also see how that ripple effect happens in your professional life as well as your personal life and all the endeavors in which it is that you are creating. And my hand is doing this thing because there are light codes that are coming through that are coming from my heart to yours. I had a really powerful healing with Mother Mary yesterday, so I can feel that some of that transference of energy is moving through me to you. So yay for the quantum field, that it doesn't matter when you're watching this video, you are tuning in to the awareness of that heart opening. Beautiful. Then we had one more card that popped in. So let's go ahead and see what that one is bringing to us. Oh my gosh, love this. I miss doing these 3-card readings because when they come in together and they all make so much sense. So we have the 8 of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. So these cards are really an indicator. It's like we have the 5 of Michael, the situation doesn't serve you. That's how we started. Then we have you can absolutely do anything right now. Go after what you want. Well, if you're holding on to the baggage of what isn't serving you, you're holding on to baggage. It's like trying to run through the airport when you're carrying 6 bags. You're just not going to get to where you want to be to take off. You can, it'll take you longer. It'll be harder. There will be a lot more struggle. It's like you get to pick your hard. Is it hard to face your stuff and actually let go of it so that you can be free and move through the world a little bit lighter? Or do you want to take your time carrying all the baggage and prolong the inevitable? Because you're going through the ascension. You're going to ascend. You're going to have to make these choices at some point. When I was developing my psychic abilities, and I found my way to my mentors when I was about 20 years old, 21, 20, around that age. I was getting my degree in psychology and I started taking courses at a psychic institute. I remembered having an experience because I was young and I loved to party. Absolutely loved to party. Love just love that reckless abandon, of the early 20s, late teens. It was so much fun. And I remembered being really upset because I realized that once I woke up, you can't unlearn what you have learned. When you awaken, it's a different kind of information. When you awaken to the truth of your divinity, when you awaken to the truth of who you are and how you are meant to show up in this world, things will continue to change and come in and out of your life. And if you are not ready for it, meaning if you do not think that you are worthy of the beauty and the blessings that are coming to you, you will sabotage the shit out of it. You will kick and scream and you will throw fits. So I'm sharing this with you because we are in an eclipse period. The eclipse is happening today. So if you feel your feathers being ruffled or you feel like quick for irritation or that sort of thing, that's okay. Let it come through, let it move through. I want to touch back on these other 2 cards that are here for us. Then we have love and blessings fill your life, harmonious relationships with family members, specifically says that here, happily ever after. And you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. So we have this balance of like the opportunities that are here for you, the opportunities that are coming into your life, the opportunities that you can vibrationally align to and ascend your frequency to be able to receive with graciousness. Then we have the situation doesn't serve you. Make courageous choice to change your situation and not seeing things clearly. So if you're feeling like you're in a fog or if you're feeling like there is something going on, let's say in a blind spot that you have going on, one of my favorite prayers is please show me what I am refusing to see. And then be willing to see what it is. and be willing to make the necessary changes that require you to become a different part of your own evolution, a different part of your own personality. There's so much information on that goes in a much, much deeper level with Joe Dispenza's work, the book Becoming Supernatural, and even the show Rewired if you have Gaia. Not a sponsor. But there's a real science behind changing your molecular biology by means of changing your thoughts, changing your patterns, changing your behaviors, changing your actions, and being able to literally shift yourself into a new consciousness and into a new mind. So if you have a habit of looking at people that have things that you don't have, and you just subconsciously think, well, I could never have that. That's for those people. That's not for me. You're already blocking yourself. You're already sabotaging yourself. If you can see it and you can dream it in this world, you can literally create it because it is a potential reality. If you can envision it for yourself through your clairvoyance, you are creating an alignment to that particular timeline. This is why it is so important to catch yourself if you're worrying or if you're having sloppy thinking. It is so important to meet your inner world with precision, graciousness, and acceptance for what is, and also discipline to be able to shift into a new mind, to shift into a new awareness, and shift into a new part of your own biology. And we really want to catch this before the age of 35. After the age of 35, there's certain personality traits that are hardwired that just simply, it's not that they can't be unwired, it's just simply that they take longer to rewire into that new mind because the neural pathways become so strong. So we want to take responsibility. Your responsibility puts you in the driver's seat of your life. It puts you in the ability to co-create your world and your existence when you take responsibility for the things that are going on, for the choices that you yourself are making. It's not anybody else's responsibility. It's not anybody else's fault that you are making the choices that you are making for yourself. So when you're acknowledging the power and the potential that you have, when you take that power back that you have given to somebody else by blaming them and saying you are this way because they did XYZ, it's not true. It's not true. It's true that there is a cause and effect. It is true that certain circumstances can leave very strong imprints on us that can recycle that memory and recycle that feeling to create those neural pathways that we then have to go and reprogram, which is why the transmissions in Release and Rise and Body Your Higher Self and the transmissions that we're doing in the courses that we have at Monad, they're designed to rewire your subconscious in a very, very deep, very effective and natural way. And that's the power and the benefits also behind light language, because light language bypasses the egoic consciousness. It is a language that goes from my heart directly to your heart to help you remember the truth of your divinity. It is to help you remember the core principle of how it is that you are showing up in the world by remembering who you are as a soul, beyond the personality that is attached to the egoic identification of who you think you are, not who you are on the universal playing field beyond this earth. Some of you are ready for that conversation, and some of you are getting ready for that conversation. But I can assure you that there is so much more for you here in this world than what you are currently able to receive. And the conscious evolution is going to continue to open and open and open and open and open and open and open for all of us. Pay attention to what you're choosing to focus on, because there's a lot of love here for you to be able to receive when you're opening your heart and you're choosing what is best for you in every moment. Every moment, every present moment is when you have the power to choose the best possible option for yourself. So with that, my sweet loves, I hope this really resonates with you. I hope this really encourages you to make the most out of this eclipse window. We are in a magnified portal. We are in a magnified 2-week circumstance where you have the power to really, really magnify your thoughts, your intentions, your manifestations, I would encourage you to journal every morning. I would encourage you to write a forgiveness letter every night. I would encourage you to continue to face the emotions that are coming up so that you can really release them once and for all. And I would really, really, really encourage you to do what you can to open up your heart, to clear and cleanse what has been going on in your heart so that you can continue to open that spaciousness within to a new mind that serves the full embodiment of your soul's expression. You are so wildly powerful. And I believe it's my job to help you remember that. So if you're interested in connecting in my deeper programs, if you are an intuitive entrepreneur, if you have visions for what it is that you want to create, I help visionaries and intuitive creators develop the foundation for their lifelong legacy. Not only the foundation, but obviously we take it much further than that. We'd like to meet you where you are at. So if that's something you're interested in, monadsociety.com/rise with Sitara. Sitara. Or you can just simply click the link in the description below, monadsociety.com/Sitara Speaks, and that will give you access to our newest courses and classes to get you started. So with that, my sweet loves, play the algorithm game with me. Boop, the like button. Go ahead, write a comment. Let me know that you've been here. I love to know. I read every single comment on this page, by the way. I personally, not a team member. So please let me know how this resonates with you and for you, and know that I am rooting you on every single step of the way. Love you, adore you. I'll see you again next week. Mwah. Ciao, ciao.